Hey, what's up? What's going on, my peace, my peoples? It's Mary Jane. Please like, comment, subscribe, share the video. It'd be greatly appreciated from the bottom of my heart, my peace, my peoples. Let's talk about Married to Medicine, Season 5, Episode 3. Let's all throw a fit knee. Let's get in shape. Let's get healthy. Amen to that. So let's start off with Toya talked to Contessa. And they are talking, and basically, Toya throws in, would you let Dr. Heavenly clean your teeth? You thinking about getting your teeth whitening? And, Toya was like, she does a really good job. And Toya had to throw that in because she wanted to see what Contessa was gonna say about the situation. And, Contessa is just like, I love me some Dr. Simone. I love everybody else. I like everybody else. But one person I can do without is Dr. Heavenly. I could do without her. She was tripping. She acts like a high school girl. And she was like, why is her name Dr. Heavenly when she acts like a demon? So she was basically really, talking about Dr. Heavenly privately, I guess, with her friends on TV. It's not private, we all know. And so it's just Toya was like, well, you just got to get to know her. She's a rough around the edges, and she's always, hazing and giving people a hard time when she first meet them, but she's really a nice person, blasé the third and all that other good stuff. And she was like, I've been knowing, Dr. Heavenly for 9 years, so I guess. But Contessa was just like, she acts like a high school person. And so, Toya goes, I never seen you argue like that or get mad like that. And Contessa was like, because she made me mad. I can't believe. She was like, I've never had to deal with people like that. I never had to, be involved with people like Dr. Heavenly and all that other stuff. So I was like, oh no. And we also find out Contessa, she has 3 kids. She's married to another doctor. Basically, Contessa was in the military. She got her medical license through the Navy. She's trained to be a Navy surgeon, and she knows, how to deal with any type of situation. Basically, she knows combat, medical combat. She's down. And it seems like she's happily married. Her and her husband have their own practice, and her nanny is actually Donnell Jones' mother, so it's all good. And she seems like she's cool. She seems like she's a good person, whatever. And then we get to Quad and Dr. G. Basically, Dr. G and Quad are talking. Dr. G, he wants to get a Rick Ross beard, and Quad is like, I don't think you can't even grow hair on your head. How can you grow a beard? He was like, come on, I can grow a beard. That's different. It's not my head or whatever. And so also Dr. G asks, Quad, if she's gonna come by the office and bring some pictures, some plants and things like that, and also saying that he had to take down some of the air fresheners because it was just way too many. She was like, so what you trying to say? You want me to come and change the air freshener? Is that what you're trying to say? And then also Dr. G asks Quad if she can go to the bank for him and different things like that, and Quad has to go to the post office and change over Dr. G's new address to his new practice or whatever. And as she's doing this and talking to Dr. G, she's also making a bed. And Quad also lets us in on her confessionals that, Dr. G doesn't appreciate her. He thinks that she's his secretary, office manager, banker, wife, cleaning person, and all the things like that. And she just doesn't feel like she's appreciated. And he doesn't value her and her support. He thinks that it's given, and that's it. And then we get on to Dr. Jackie. Dr. Jackie's at her office. 2 of her, co-workers or her employees come in and talk to her, give her some gifts. We find out Curtis has been sending gifts to Dr. Jackie every day since, I guess, he got caught cheating and they separated. So he's been sending her pocketbooks. He sent her a crystal which represents their 15th year anniversary. He sends her purses, pocketbooks, cards, talking about he's sorry, he loves her, how important she is to him. Well, he should have thought about that before he cheated. If he feels this way and he can't live without her and he misses her, why didn't he just wait? Why didn't he go to counseling with her? Why didn't he really sit down and talk to her and tell her, hey, listen, I'm on the verge of finding and making love to somebody else because you won't give me that love. You won't cuddle with me. You won't hug me. You won't tell me that you love me. You're too busy with everybody else but me. So it seems like, he wanted that immediate gratification. Now he realized what he had at home is way more important than what he had out in the streets. And especially since this woman that went to the media, then told her story, all her stories that she could possibly tell to get paid for it. So he realizing that the grass ain't greener on the other side. He's also realizing maybe I can put up with Dr. Jackie. And he knows that she loves him because they've been together for so many years. It's not like she changed. But I think, Dr. Jackie, battling breast cancer twice really, changed her outlook on life, where she's more focused on finishing her bucket list and health and doing things like that. Things that, to keep her strong, because she was knocking on death's door and she kind of forgot about Curtis. She always just thought he would be there right next to her while she does these things that she really need to do to help her and to help others. But she put Curtis on the back burner, and then he couldn't get his needs met, so he found someone else to meet his needs. So hopefully, Dr. Jackie did, put that crystal on her ring like if it was a diamond. She was like, well, when Kobe cheated, he gave his wife this big old diamond. So maybe if Dr. Curtis, if Curtis can give Jackie a diamond, would it change? But she said that, these gifts are not moving her because she was really hurt. She's really distraught over, what went down between them, and then needing to dealing with all this public pressure, this public attention, whether she should divorce him or she should stay with him. So we'll see what happens. And then we get a flashback to, Dr. Jackie meeting up with Dr. Simone. And she, talks about that the divorce is still on. The divorce records is at the courthouse. It's still pending. And she's not sure what she's going to do. And Dr. Simone asks Dr. Jackie, are you ready to be alone? Are you ready to spend the rest of your life alone? And Dr. Jackie was like, I don't know. She was like, I'm not ready to date. I'm not ready to meet new people, because Dr. Jackie is set in her ways. And Curtis was one of her ways. He was set in her life. And now that he's not, so Dr. Jackie is actually really thinking about what she should do with her situation with Curtis, whether she should stay, whether she should go, or if this is the first time Curtis cheated, do you think, they should go to counseling and she possibly should forgive him and try to work on their marriage, work on herself, and he work on himself as well? I don't know. But I hope they can find inner peace in their marriage and see if they can possibly, work it out, hopefully, because sometimes some people deserve second chances, and maybe he deserves a second chance. I don't know, but it's up to Dr. Jackie if she actually wants to give him that second chance. Because if this is the first time he cheated within like 15 or the whole 17 years that they known each other, it possibly could be worked on. But I think because it was in the media and because this lady did all these stories and these reports and everybody knows, it makes it a lot more difficult. So then we move on to Toya. She's talking to her father, and we find out that Toya's father cheated on her mother. They got divorced. Her parents got divorced when she was 7 years old, and her father actually slept with her mom's best friend in their house. The mom caught him. I was like, your father's a dirty dog. And so Toya says she's very open with her father, and she tells her father that Eugene wants her to get a shower head, basically get a gadget, get some candy coated something, basically to masturbate. And he was like, oh, that don't sound good. And Toya's talking about they only have sex once a month and it's not cool. Then we also learned that, Toya helped her father with his philanthropy ways, where she was switching out pictures for different girls. When one girl come over, she'll put her picture up. When that girl leaves, put another girl picture up. And one thing, Toya's father said was he never had anybody, no woman, disrespect or mistreat his child. And then also Toya talks about her trust issues. She said Eugene, made her trust man. Eugene made her safe because she knows that men cheat. And the first man that she learned from that cheats and deceitful and lie was from her father. He was like, nah, I wasn't like that. I didn't cheat on your mother like that, blah, blah, blah. So I was like, okay. So then we move on to Quad. Quad goes to Dr. Simone's house or whatever, and the first thing Quad does is, guess what? Guess who got this cookout? I won the cookout, you know what I mean? And Cecil was my support, then Quad talks about how important Cecil is and how much she likes Cecil, and her favorite couple was Simone and Cecil. I'm calling everybody a doctor. Everybody's a doctor tonight, let me tell you. And so basically then Dr. Simone starts to say, well, I know you think that he's this wonderful, lovable, funny guy, but he's not that type of guy. He doesn't treat me good. He doesn't treat me right. That's what Dr. Simone is telling, Quad, that he's not thoughtful, that he doesn't appreciate me, that he can be mean, that he has anger. And, so basically, Dr. Simone is letting us know that she feels like Cecil is an asshole, and smiling face tells lies, and basically she's saying, Cecil, he might smile on your face, but he's lying behind your back, and she's just saying he's evil. He has a short temper, and he doesn't pay her any attention, and he doesn't appreciate her. And then Quad was like, you know what, marriage ain't easy. I gotta tell you what's going on with me. Dr. G doesn't appreciate me. Dr. G, always throw up in my face that he pays the mortgage. He pays for everything around here. And she goes, you know what, I said to him, I'll pay the mortgage for 12 months and he won't let me, or whatever. Well, Quad just paid without him knowing. And Quad was like, I'm independent. He thinks I'm his slave. I'm his maid. I'm not even his wife anymore. And, so we see Dr. G and, Quad are having some issues where I don't know if Quad is less busy where she's doing all these things for Dr. G, but maybe she's really trying to help him and support him, but she doesn't feel like she's appreciated for it, that he doesn't even say thank you. And then we also get the scene where the dog pooped and he wouldn't pick it up because he was leaving, and she was like, how come you can't pick it up? And then, Dr. G says to Quad, that's your puppy, that's your manifest, that's your kid or whatever. So it is what it is with that situation. It seems like they both just need compromise, and maybe Quad needs to do some other things, and actually there should be an office manager at Dr. G's location, or whoever the secretary is, bump her up $2 to $3 more, and just have her do some of the extra stuff, the plants, changing the air freshener, things like that. I don't know, but it seems like it's not that serious, but it seems like there could be more underlying issues. And we do see in the previews where Dr. G says that I've been taking care of you since I met you. That's what he said to Quad. Quad looked at him like, boy, if you don't stop lying, if you don't get out my face. I was like, no, he didn't. Dr. G was like, I've been taking care of you since I met you. Woof. Whoa, Lord, have mercy. That hit my soul. I was like, yo, Dr. G is lit. And so we get to Fitney Day, and everyone's there except for, Dr. Damon is not there. Dr. Eugene is not there as well. And, what's his name? Curtis is not there as well. But everyone else is there, so they have to pick teams. And Cecil, he arrives, he comes late, they have to pick teams. And Dr. Jackie, she picks Quad and Contessa because she knows that they're athletic. So then Contessa's husband, I think his name is Bradley, Heavenly, and Toya, they're on teams or whatever. So Quad and Contessa, they beat everything. They kill it. They're athletic. Heavenly's talking about, I lost my weave. I lost this. I lost that. She was like, I hurt my arm. She was like, I had lipo. I'm getting lipo. I ain't down for this exercise and stuff. Dr. Heavenly, get it together. But we also get to where, I missed the part where Dr. Heavenly talks to her daughter about the situation between her and Contessa. And it's like, why is Dr. Heavenly Dr. Heavenly doesn't have any adult friends, any mature friends, any grown friends. But even though her daughter does give her good advice, she asks her daughter, I think Toya done set me up with Contessa. I think Toya has been feeding her negative things about me, and that's why the girl came at me all off, because she was telling her daughter I was at the birthday party, at Toya's birthday party, and this lady Contessa, she was rude and disrespectful, and she asks her daughter, why can't she make new friends? Why do people treat her the way that they treat her? Her daughter says, because you're rude, you're abrasive. I was like, yo. But okay, I guess getting the opinion from her daughter is making her much growner than what she is, and maybe she won't be able to stay in a child's place once she gets a little bit older, and she might be trying to run the house later on and there in her lifetime. But it seems like, I guess Dr. Heavenly feels like her daughter is the most honest too and would tell her the truth because she's coming from a child like mine, even though she gives her mother good advice. So anyways, we're back at the Fitney situation, and so everybody's there. Is Simone there? Simone's there too, right? I think Simone's there. Oh no, Simone is not there because Simone is actually working. So Simone is not there at all. But Cecil shows up. Everyone's having a good time. But Dr. Heavenly says that she wants to talk to Toya. Talk to Toya after the event's over because last time she got in trouble. So anyways, Dr. Heavenly pulls Toya to a side and asks Toya, why you be starting mess? How come you start mess with Contessa? How come you brought Contessa towards me and talking about I did something wrong? It was like you keep up mess. And Dr. Heavenly was like, you do nothing but bring mess. And Toya was like, what are you talking about? You guys were going back and forth, so I was trying to finish it. I was trying to settle it so you guys can make up and move on from that. And so then Toya was like, if I'm messy, then why you been my friend for 9 years? And so Dr. Heavenly goes, because, I'm not trying to be messy with you no more. I'm trying to be different. I was like, oh no. And so Toya was not hearing it. Toya was like, what are you talking about? I was trying to bring the situation to a calm so you guys can hash out the situation and move on. And then, Heavenly was like, there was no situation to hash out. We wasn't arguing. We wasn't going back and forth. And Toya is saying, yes, you were. I was just trying to bring ease to the situation. And then Dr. Heavenly was like, you know what? F you, you B word. She gets up and she walks away. She goes to where everybody else is at. And she talks to, what's her name? Quad. And she goes, I can't get a word in edgewise. And then Quad was like, what? Are you okay? And she was like, yeah, I'm doing good. And so then Toya walks right up to the crowd and says, what you say about me? What you say? And then Heavenly goes, she asked me, was I good? And I told her I was good. And so that's when Quad was like, well, she said that she can't get a word in edgewise. And so Toya was like, I knew she was talking about me. I knew she was running her mouth. I knew she was talking junk. And then, Dr. Heavenly was like, I said the same thing I said to you over there. You talk messy. None I wouldn't say to your face. And so then I think Toya, she called over Contessa or whatever. She calls her over and was like, yo, did I bring you over there to argue with Dr. Heavenly? Did I bring you over there to be messy with Dr. Heavenly? I brought you over there so you guys can hash it out or whatever. And so that's when Dr. Heavenly was like, no, you brought her over there to be messy. And at this time and point, Heavenly feels like Toya has been talking negatively about her to Contessa, and that's why Contessa has a problem with her. And so anyways, Contessa, she comes over and she was like, yo, listen, everything was my fault. I was coming into the situation. I thought people was gonna be rude to me and disrespect me, ask me who I am or whatever. I was nervous. I had the jitters. It was my first day meeting you ladies. So I took everything personal. I messed up. My bad. There's no problem. Toya didn't do anything. Toya wasn't trying to be messy. She wasn't trying to get us to argue. And Dr. Heavenly, you didn't do nothing wrong. The situation that happened with me and all of us, it was my fault. It was me. It was my insecurities. It was me just jumping the gun, basically, whatever. And so then Dr. Heavenly is like, oh, you know what? I'll give her a second chance. That's what she said in her confessionals. So that situation is over. But it just seems like Contessa had a different story when she was over there at Toya's house, but I guess she was talking to her privately. But Toya was looking at Contessa when she was saying, oh, it's my fault, my bad. Like, listen, girl, you lying. Why ain't you just saying it? But it seems like Contessa, she's a physician. She got kids. Her husband's there. Her second time being on the show right now, being filmed. And I think basically she's going to give Heavenly another chance. Heavenly's going to give her another chance, and she's just going to squash her, and she's going to take one for the team. So that's it. She took one for the team. And it was like, okay. And then we also got to talk about Dr. Simone's son when he says that he likes his ice cream vanilla. He likes his women vanilla. Are they starting off this early, not liking their own kind, not liking black women? I did a video about, bleaching skin. And, some of the things as, some black women bleach their skin to be lighter because it seems like black men like lighter skinned women. That's what some people are saying out there. That's what some of the statistics are saying. But anyways, I just wanted to throw that into her son at a young age. Is not feeling the dark skinned girls or the black girls. And so, Simone was like, well, I just hope, I would like for him to be with a chocolate girl, like a chocolate woman like me. And he was like, oh, I'll settle. I was like, settle? Yo, it's like, yo, what's going on? And so so Dr. Simone says, I prefer if we can compromise and have the squirrel. So her son's already starting off not, feeling black women, feeling black girls, like, whoa. And so, but we also get insight from him talking about his parents been fighting for a long time, that he used to cry so they can stop arguing. And then we learned, like, the Sunday before last, when I was on their way to church, Dr. Simone broke down the car, was like, take me home, and I want a divorce. So it seems like things are really getting bad in their marriage, and it seems like it could possibly be both of them, and they both need to compromise and both listen to each other. So I guess that's it with that situation. And so then we move on to, we get to Cecil and Dr. Simone. They're at their house, and they're actually going to do a counseling section on FaceTime or whatever. And they meet up with Dr. Ken. I think his name is Dr. Ken. And basically, he's looking at them. Simone is just complaining and, complaining about Dr. Cecil, that, he doesn't appreciate her. He doesn't appreciate how hard she works, all the things that she does, how hard it is for her. It's so hard for him to even say, I love you. Damn. Seems like Cecil then kind of like checked out. And then the doctor noticed. The doctor said, Cecil, it seems like when she talks, you seem very, despondent, and you seem irritated. He was like, yeah. He didn't even deny it. So it's like, yo, things ain't kosher over there. So they really need to go to counseling and work on their situation, because, they even talk about that they don't spend time together. They don't hang out. They don't talk to each other. She stays at one house. He stays at another house, especially when they had this big blow up. And then when it was in their confessional, Cecil was like, we don't even, hang out. We don't spend time together. We don't even go out on dates. And then Dr. Simone goes, yes, we do go out. We just don't go out with each other. And he just put his head down like, damn, I can't get a word in edgewise. And it seems like Cecil's going through a lot. It seems like he might be having a lot of pressure on him as well, that, maybe all this argument over the years and the hurtful things they probably said to each other just got to a point. And she was like, and Cecil says that, Dr. Simone always, throws up things from the past, like 15 years ago. She brings up things, and he's like, yo, it's too much. It's like a nag. And so then, Simone says, well, when he does something that is wrong, and I tell him, hey, listen, that's wrong. And he'll say, oh, this is my first time doing it. And then she goes, I would have to go bring up things that happened in the past. So it seems like it's a nit type of pick situation. Seems like Simone be picking and nagging, and it seems like Cecil don't want to be picked and nagged at, but it seems like he does things to have Simone to pick at him or nag at him. Maybe it's a different way they need to respond to things. And so the doctor said, you guys need to try something different. You guys need to try a different type of communication, a different type of talk. You guys we need you to see you every day. We need to do FaceTime every day. So it seems like he has kind of like really totally checked out. He don't even say I love you, and Simone is trying to hold down with dear life, but at the same time she's fed up too as well. So it seems like there's a lot of ignoring going on, and they're not listening to each other. It's like that compromise, that love, that romance, and everything has gone out the door. Like they're just friends rooming together. So we'll see what happens with their situation. Hopefully they can get some counseling and work it out, change it up, add some spice to it, do things different, talk to each other differently, let go of the past and focus on the future. So we'll see what happens next week. But when Dr. G says to Quad, I've been taking care of you since the day I met you, I was like, whoa. Anyways, peace. I'm out. One love.